What's up, everybody? Every time I go live, it says, welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. So there's that. So welcome everyone to, there we go. To a Ken, hi Jessica, to a Ken from the car. I know it is super late. We have a lot to talk about, and I will tell you why it's super late after I adjust my camera. There we go. Maybe a little more. There we go. So if you've never been to a Ken from the car, so essentially it is me from the car. And I talk about Cricut deals and all sorts of stuff, and I just have fun. So, oh my gosh, this week, I tell you what, I have not been a good Cricut product influencer this week because there's a sale, and I meant to go Wednesday, and it has been a very trying week, and we will get to all of that. But I know a lot of people want to know about the sales first, so we will definitely go over that. You're seeing me in slow motion. We have so much snow, guys, and gals, so much snow, and I nicked myself shaving, but I didn't want you to be grossed out, so I did put makeup on it. I did. All right. Okay. So I know that this is not a normal time for Ken from the car. Like I said, we're going to get into that, but let's talk about the sales. So Cricut right now, man, all the way from the UK. Yes. So Cricut right now is, I have ADD really bad today, guys, but Cricut right now is pretty much 40% off everything. I'm not even kidding you. Like everything in the store is 40% off. So if you are new to Cricut, and even if you're not new to Cricut, even if you just love crafting, you should check out Cricut sales, because everyone gets in their mindset that Cricut, you have to be like a Cricut user or have a Cricut machine, or, I have to have a Cricut Explorer. Here's the deal. Their materials, their cardstock, their vinyl, their iron-on, work on all machines, okay? Number two, they have scissors. I don't know if you know this, but scissors work with anyone. Well, I shouldn't say anyone's hands. That's insensitive, because someone could be an amputee and then they couldn't use scissors. So that would not be nice. So pretty much anyone. They have scissors, and they have the true control blade, which is really nice. And they have, oh, he has something on his car. What does it say? R and R drywall. They have a really good selection of like craft tools and all sorts of stuff. So even if you don't have a machine, you need to go check it out, because you'll get 40% off. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal. It's 40% off pretty much everything. So we're talking cardstock, iron-on, vinyl, blades, mats, tools. Oh my. And it is, okay, 40% off, right? I'll answer that question, Mary. But 40% off. If you're a Cricut Access member, which you should be, you'll get an additional 10% off. They've added they're up to 70,000 images in Cricut Access. Plus Miss Kate Cuttables is in there now. And if you don't know what Cricut Access is, it's kind of like Netflix for a Cricut. You pay every month, or you pay every year, I guess. But you pay every month, and you get money. You get access to all these free images, and then you get 10% off your purchase at Cricut. And that's where it gets good. This is called stacking. We're going to stack. So if you get 40% off already on cardstock, right? Because I love cardstock. So let's say cardstock's $10. You're already down to $6. If you're a Cricut Access member, now you're down to $5.40. And then my code, KEN10, Ken10, gets you another 10% off, which saves you 54 cents. So you're down to $4.94. I can do math. I was a banker. So, long story short, go check out their sale, because I don't know how their sales go Wednesday to Tuesday, but once the sale is done, it's done. And it's got even new stuff like the brushed paper cardstock is in there, all of the blades and mats and stuff. And I thought last week was the best sale, but this is by far the best sale. Like pretty much everything's on sale. So even if you're not a Cricut user, go check it out. All right, so 40% off. Take advantage of it. Links are down below. I tried to add emojis to my links to make them they're more cute. So if you can't see those, I'm sorry, but the links are down there. So let's talk about links before I get into my week from heck. So we are breathe. I don't know how to breathe. I'm gonna open my pop. That Jasmine says tastes like cough syrup. All right. So now I already forgot what I was going to talk about. Oh, links. Okay, guys. So people are supposed to tell you, like, when they have links in their video, if they get compensated for it. That's part of the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. You're supposed to do that. So there are links down below. I will be compensated by those companies if you use them, which is great because we are working towards a goal and we are super close. I can't go into details, but once we get to that goal, a huge announcement's coming. So if you use those links, that's going to help us get to that goal. So anytime you use your links. Now, I don't want to take away from other people because other people have links and you might like them more than me. Heck, there's days that I might like them more than me. So if you want to use their links, they really should slow down. It is snowy here. They could hurt somebody. So use their links if you love them. The code's for you. That's what's cool. That code is for you guys. I don't get credit for the code, but if you click on the links, get credit. All right. So big announcement coming, right? Okay. All right. Let's talk about this week and why this Ken from the car that's normally is on Wednesday it's now Friday. Okay. So, man, this is almost going back till October, right? So October, as many of you know, we had the Chocator cruise in the Western Caribbean. It was awesome. We get back and it's full-fledged go. Like we're talking Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas month, which is crazy for us. During all of that time, we did a home equity line of credit. We, decorated our house for Halloween. We decorated our house for Christmas. We just go, go, go. And not only that, but it's wait, what? No, it was fourth quarter. So like, that's my go time. Like talk to you guys about deals, talk to you by, hi, Purple Paisley Planner. And that's a lot of P's. Purple Paisley Planner. Oh, anyways. And then, of course, there was the whole Ray Dunn thing where I went down that path for a little while. You guys all remember that craziness. So I just had a lot going on, a lot of lives. Of course, Chocator has like literally taken off. So everyone's reaching out to me, Chocator, and which is great. Like I'm the go-to person for Chocator, and I love that. Not the only one. There's a ton of them, but a lot of people, recognize me from Chocator now, which is crazy. Because like in Spokane, where I live, you guys probably know that by now, we never get, well, I mean, I hate this because it's not like I'm a celebrity. It's not like, oh my gosh, there's Brad Pitt. I wish. I mean, I'm like 5 Brad Pitts. But anyways, and so I don't feel myself as a celebrity, but I would think every once in a while, like if I'm in Joann's or Michael's, someone might be like, oh, you're that guy from the video. Never. Chocator now, people left and right. We were just in Hobby Lobby and someone was like, oh my gosh, you're the guy from Chocator. And I was like, what? Oh, Nightbot is fine. Don't delete Nightbot. Nightbot is good. Sorry, guys. I should have told you that. So Nightbot is basically a way for my links to show up. So it's okay for Nightbot to show up. It's okay, Nightbot. Anyways, so that's what Nightbot's all about. If you guys see Nightbot come up, I'm trying to check it. So it's like basically like if you say Cricut sales, like if you type Cricut sales, it should like bring in your Cricut, like the link for Cricut sales. It should be. Yes, Nightbot.tv is good. Melody told me about it and stuff. So anyways, if you type Cricut space sales, it should bring you the link. So that way you guys don't have to search through all the stuff down below. Sorry about that. I should have told you that. Remember, I am, why is Nightbot timing people out? What? I don't like Nightbot anymore. What? Is it supposed to discipline people like that? I don't think so. Purple Paisley Planner, is it supposed to? You just got served by Nightbot. Is that supposed to happen? I thought it was just supposed to bring in links. This is artificial intelligence happening, guys. You have to adjust your settings. No crap. I have unleashed the bad Nightbot. Okay, it did it to you too. Okay, Purple. I was like, oh my gosh, he's now putting people in timeout. Nightbot has taken over. This is the Terminator really happening. Like, this is go time, guys. The apocalypse. I can't right now with that. Okay, well, I will adjust my settings. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. So after this, I will go talk to Nightbot because Nightbot is no good. All right, guys. So I was talking about people are like now recognizing me Chocolate Tour, which is great, right? But like I said, just crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, so Christmas happens, and Christmas, hey, Corey, after Christmas, we had Christmas, so we had a whole house full of people. Week goes by, New Year's, we had a house full of people. And then like 5 days later, it was Chocolate Tour Leadership. 4 days later, it was Creativation. And then I got sick, and then I get back, and then boom, February hits, and it's new catalog for Chocolate Tour. So it's just literally been crazy. And like so crazy that I don't even feel like I'm going to Cancun in a week. Like I know I'm going. Like Jasmine, my assistant, keeps saying, hey, you're going to be in Cancun next week. And I'm like, I am. So anyways, this week comes, and you guys have no idea how amazing my team is with Chocolate Tour. They're absolutely amazing. And because they're amazing, we're having this epic month. I want to reward them by just getting people videos. Because shockingly, there's a lot of people out there that don't just want to talk to their camera. And, you know, like they're self-conscious. I mean, I should probably be self-conscious, but I'm not. And so I wanted to make them a whole bunch. Like I'm making like 20 videos for them, right? So I started thinking of ideas and all this stuff. Well, then out of nowhere, it was February 17th. And I know always around Valentine's Day that that's my mom's anniversary of her passing. She passed away in 2004. So Valentine's Day is really hard for me. I mean, obviously I love people in my life, but the Valentine's Day candy and balloons and everything like that remind me of my mom, because in the nursing home, people would bring her Valentine's Day candy or balloons or cards or stuff like that. So when you start seeing that in the store right after Christmas, it's just a reminder, oh, it's coming, you know? So it's one of those things. And so it's slowly, coming and stuff. And one thing this is going to be a random Ken from the car, I'm sorry, already, but one thing that I've been working on is probably the first, starting in 2004, I probably didn't talk or grieve until 2012. So, I would always turn it into this dark time of my life. So, it would come around and I'd be so negative and I wouldn't want to talk about her and stuff like that. And so, seeing in counseling, because I go to counseling, shocker, and talking to my friend Allie, it was like, you really need to celebrate her. She was a great mom, so celebrate her and stuff. So this year, I don't know if you guys saw, on my personal Facebook page, I created a video of all of my mom and photos and stuff like that. And the reason I did that, obviously was to honor my mom, but also because, I had a really, really good heart-to-heart with my brother, my oldest brother, Don. And I obviously lived with my mom. My brothers lived with my dad. And in my mind, I cherish that as like, it was me and my mom all those years. And I had a lot of intimate conversations with her, and there was a lot of stuff there. And so obviously when she died, everyone said, oh, Kenny's going to take it the worst and stuff. So, I didn't share those memories and stuff. And but I always perceived that, you know, I was the closest mom and la la la. And in doing that, I didn't realize I hurt my older brother's feelings. It was almost in his way of saying, you know, I know you're close to mom, but you just discount our memories too. You discount that we had a relationship. And he had a very valid point. It was a very aha moment in mine and my brother's relationship of us just being able to work that out. And so that's why I wanted to create it. I wanted to create it as more of a let's honor her and stuff. So that was on Sunday, I think, was the 17th. And I think so. I don't even remember. I knew I wanted to do it to, when I worked at the bank, the president or vice president, I guess, of the bank sent me, I'm not an Ed Sheeran fan. I'm just not, never have been. And she sent me a text and said, every time I hear this song, I think of your mom, the way you talk about your mom and you love your mom. And I can just see that playing. And I listened to it, and I mean, it's more about his grandmother, but it really hit a chord with me just because it is. It was so much about, you know, about her. So I knew I wanted to do a video with that. So I go and try to find as many photos as I can without going into photo albums, because I can't do that yet. I kind of can, but it's still hard. So around my house, I have a whole bunch of photos of my mom. So I took those photos and stuff. And I was doing great. I was adding it all. I was putting it all in the video. And then I thought, how cool would it be if I could put that video? I have a video of my mom at Christmas opening presents. And I was like, how cool would it be if I can kind of integrate that into this whole presentation? So I did that. I went and found the video on my Facebook page, and I started cutting the video apart and saying, I want to put this here and this here. And I did fine with that. Completely did fine with that and putting it all together. And I get to the point where I think, okay, I think it's ready. Well, I always share my stuff with Sean before I do anything with it. And I said, hey, do you want to see this before I post it? And the song started with the pianos, and she came on and talked. Sorry. And it just hit me. You know, it just hit that was one of the last Christmas with her. It hit that that was her voice. And anyways, then Sean started crying. So then of course Sean cries, I cry. And, you know, it's a double-edged sword, because I had a great mom for 24 years, but it just makes you miss them that much more. So once I played it back, it just hit me hard. You know, the pillow thing with her signature, you guys, that was actually Sean's idea. I played the whole thing. In fact, I was going to tell you that. I played the whole thing for Sean. He's crying. I'm crying. We're all crying. And he goes, hey, can I tell you to do something? And I said, yeah. And he goes, so that pillow came from, that was the last card. My mom wasn't a big letter writer or anything like that. So she gave me a card, and it was a Valentine's Day card. And it said, it was when I lived in Seattle, and it said, hugs to you and Sean, XOXO mom. And when someone dies, you keep everything, like everything. As time goes on, you realize that it's those things that matter. The signature, the writing, the handwriting, the voice, that kind of stuff. So anyways, he goes, wouldn't it be nice if you put that card in there that she gave you, and then the pillow that Ali took that card and created me a pillow. Excuse me. And she cut it out and gave it to me one Christmas that I was having a really bad Christmas. And she goes, I hope I hope this impacts your day and you love it. And it's on our couch. So every morning when I wake up and go get my coffee, it's like she's saying, I love you. You know, it's like, I love you, mom, and stuff. So it's kind of her way of talking to me. And I said, oh my gosh, son. So I did. I put the card in there, and then I put the pillow. And when I did that, it just, it went from a sadness to a joy of, you know, of, yes, I miss her, but she's still here with us. And I posted the video, And I got a copyright claim right away that said you can't post the song because of the copyrighted song. So that's how I also kind of changed around some of the audio, so it kind of broke it up. I could handle pretty much everything. Even when Sean started crying, I could handle that because it was like, I'm crying too, but I wasn't crying it. But the part I didn't expect was this was the first year that I've ever done. I've never done a video for her. I've always done like photos and stuff like that. And this was the first time I did a video. And to know, I don't remember how many people left comments or how many loves or stuff I got, but to know so many people saw my mom and saw her beautiful face and could hear her voice and see her on Christmas and how happy I was. And so why I love Christmas so much is because of her. But the part that I wasn't prepared for was everyone else that has also lost a parent, you know? I think we get kind of taken in our day of you know, parents, and a lot of people go through grief and you never get over that grief. But it does, you know, I mean, it's one of those small things about how it's hard to let people in. It's hard to let people close to me because when you've lost someone that you're extremely close to, I mean, she was my mom, my best friend, my confidant, everything. She was the person I called in the morning before going to bed. She was the person I called. So when you lose that, you tell yourself, if I just don't get close to people like that again, I won't have to lose them. That's an easy solution, but it doesn't work that way. So anyways, it was a very, it took up my whole day. It was kind of draining in a way, just because of, you know, anytime you, Lynn says your coupon code is not working for me. It's KEN10, Ken10. I'm sorry if it's not. If it's on a machine or new product, it won't work. So anyways, it's one of those things. And I think this year it was just a little bit harder because, you know, in the summer of last year, it was crazy time. It was, you know, Chocolatier Convention and Cricut, and then get back. And then I was in New York and I get back, and then it was cruise and Halloween. It was just boom, 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 boom. And I think really on Sunday, when I was kind of going through those emotions with my mom, I was going through a lot of emotions. You know, and I know people will still say like, oh, Maya was just a dog, but to me, she was more. And then, you know, Toby is getting up there in age. And so I think it was just a whole bunch of emotions and stuff, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got to hear so many people reach out to me and everything, because it's literally, I'm sorry that Nightbot is doing all this stuff, you guys. I apologize. I don't know why Terminator is coming out for everyone. I don't. It's supposed to help us, so I don't know what Nightbot's doing to you guys. All right, so there was a whole point to this. It wasn't just to make myself cry and then make you guys all sad. So I get past that day. So that was Sunday. And then I started to do these videos, and I was going to just do a couple videos, like one video here, one video there. And then I had this great idea. This year, Chocolatier in their catalog, they release collections, and the whole idea behind the collections, or stories, I think they're called Chalk Stories, I apologize, are essentially you can go into a room and say, oh, here's my room. I want to put up 4 pieces of artwork. I want to do them in these size, and everything in the collection or the story will match. So the font will match, the ideas will match, everything will match, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, we have 3 stories. We have one that's a corner market, which is hugely popular, goes great with Ray Dunn stuff. We have another one that is kind of like homegrown farmers market. Up there, Sean, and stuff. And then we have one with bees. And so it's perfect that he's here at this time. So I did like 20 videos, right? So it is mass insanity. And I was gonna go then on Wednesday, and I ran out of time. And then Thursday morning I had a video plan that didn't happen. So then I was like, well, maybe I'll do it Thursday. And then Thursday night came. You guys. So Sean tells me, I'm going to go get your passports. Our passports, because we're going to Cancun on Tuesday. We need our passports. We're going out of the country. And I was like, okay. And I said, cool. So I'm dealing with getting all these videos done, working my tail off, coming up with all these projects, you know, going to the store and buying the stuff for the projects, cleaning up, and also in the process, you know, taking care of people's questions and replying to comments and all this stuff. So I'm kind of already at my max, and I'm one of those people that once I get to my max, I literally, I don't know, is he talking to someone? He must be talking to someone. Anyway, so he gets home and he's like, our passports aren't in our safe deposit box. And I was like, okay. He's like, no, I don't think you understand. Our passports are not in our safe deposit box. What are we going to do? And I was like, I can't deal with this right now. And I literally kind of brushed him off. He let me finish cleaning up. And then he goes, I don't think you understand. Our safe deposit box doesn't have our passports. So I'm like, okay, where could they be? Where are they? He goes, last time I remember using them, you know, we were on the cruise. And I was like, okay, they've got to be up in the drawer, or we got to go over here, and all this stuff. And we could not find them. And we're kind of going into freak out mode, like, because we leave Tuesday. And I'm like, and the one thing, I love Sean dearly. Sean is an amazing person. He does a lot for me. The one thing Sean does not do is he's not very thorough. So if I say clean the kitchen, it's probably going to be done about 75%. The extra 25% won't be done. So that's, you know, my job. So I'm sitting there and I'm saying to him, Sean, are you sure they were not in the safe deposit box? Nope. I said, so you opened it up. He's coming in, so just to let you know. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing? I'm doing a video.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Who are you talking to?
Dad.
Okay. Okay, well, so you cannot...
That's not good.
Well, there. Does that make you happy?
No, I was just going to say that's probably...
Oh, well...
You don't have to move it.
You guys have to just hold on a sec.
Hi, Tamara.
Yeah. So, we have a Terminator situation.
Terminator?
Yes. Because I had the bright idea of... Melody found this really cool program where you can... Like, if someone says, what are the Cricut sales? It would trigger, like, a link for the Cricut sales. And it's called Nightbot. Well, Nightbot is putting people in timeouts. Nightbot is taking over the live and it's replying to people, that's your first warning, don't do that again. So it's like Terminator. I'm sure we're all going to die soon because of Nightbot.
Crazy.
But someone said I just have to go figure out my settings. But it literally, if someone says one wrong thing, boom, they're in timeout. Like,
Hi,
it's
Adriana. Hi, Android.
swift and quick. All right. So anyways, back to my story.
Back to your story.
So I go to Sean and I say, Sean, are you sure you checked the safe deposit box?
Oh, this story.
Oh, yes, this story. And he said, yes. Okay, I was in banking for many years. And when people check their box, they literally take everything out of the box. They look in it. So I said, are you sure? He says, yep. I said, okay. Because in here we have titles and we have a power of attorney and it's folded up. And I said, are you sure? And he goes, well, I opened it, looked, I kind of shook it, nothing. I said, so you didn't take everything out of the box? Nope. To say I lost it would be an understatement. Because we are literally at this point tearing apart the house. Literally going through all of our luggage, boxes, drawers, backpacks, garbage, to the point where Sean goes, the last time I remember seeing them was coming back for our cruise. And I said, are you sure we didn't take it to Costa Mesa for our leadership? Did we do this? And Sean's like, no, I don't remember seeing them. And I was like, I know, I always put them in this bowl right next to our door. And he said, they're not there, Sean. Nope. And he says, well, I didn't take them. And I said, you would be the only person that would hide them because he's Mr. Freakout. If our passports are out, those need to be hidden. They need to be in safe deposit box, even if they're in our own house. He wants...
Well, not hidden. They just should be in a safe deposit because if we had a fire, we no longer have them.
Yes.
So
I said, what did you do with them? He goes, I don't think I did anything with them. And I said, Sean, I love you dearly, but your track record tells me that you are not thorough and you cannot remember. And he says, you're so rude. And I basically basically said, Sean, yesterday you had a whole tantrum because you couldn't find our wireless mics. And you looked in the drawer and you said, they're not in the drawer. And I said, are you sure they're not in the drawer? And he said, they're not in the drawer. And he's looking around, he's all mad, he's all flustered. And sure enough, what happens?
They were in the drawer.
I open the drawer and they're right there.
Well, not right
and
there.
Sean
it's
sits there.
Way stuck in the back. But yeah.
Way stuck in the back. So where does my mind go last night is, oh, I didn't really take everything out of safe deposit box, but I'm pretty sure they're not in there.
Right.
And I said, how sure are you? Like between 0 and 100%, how sure are you? 70%.
That they're not in there.
That they're not in there. Okay, so they're not in there. I need to start looking. So you need me to look now. Well, at this point, he knows I'm livid. So he goes, I don't want you to look. I will look. Mm-hmm. You can just calm down. Like, breathe. And that turned into, don't tell me what to do. We're over. Don't. We're not going to Cancun. Because we're looking at this point. Our options are we have to drive to Seattle and talk to someone.
Which I don't even think we could have gotten them that day.
Yeah, to get them. Or to expedite these passports.
24-hour, $350 plus $80 shipping.
And I look at him and I said, I am not going to Cancun, right? And he's like, so you're saying we're just not going to Cancun? I was like, you don't get to talk to me right now. Like, I was not happy. I literally, it was one of those fights where you bring things up from the past and bring them out just to bring them out to say, I am right, you were wrong, and belittle someone. Mm-hmm. It was that bad because I'm literally like, you guys have to understand, like, I pay all the bills and I take care of everything and all the stuff and I work all day doing all the stuff. And so I'm not saying like we're all perfect, but anyway, so we're in this epic fight and I say to Sean, in fact, that's why our whole thing's open back here because we're even checking maybe they fell out of a backpack. Well, when we went to leadership, he dropped our backpack. Right. Like my computer like is broken kind of from it. And I was like, maybe you dropped them there. And he's like, no. He's like, and I'm like, are you sure? He goes, I'm positive they're not in the safe deposit box. And then I said, well, I think I remember putting them in the safe deposit box. As soon as I said that, I said, do you think they're in the safe deposit box? Mm-hmm. 100% now. Like, so anyways.
He's the one that's always right. So he's right. So if they're there, then they're there then.
Yes. So we tried to get over it. And I'm like, we're not going to go to Cancun. But I kind of slept okay because I was like, I really do remember taking him to the box. And I remember someone putting him on top. I had a whole conversation about golden retrievers with this lady. I remember her putting him in the back. And let's talk about, like in a box, if they're like 2 feet long, they would have slid to the back. And if he shook it forward, they could be in between the wheel. So I'm like, maybe they're in between the wheel and all this stuff. And he's like, maybe. But, and you could just see my eyes. And he was like, yeah, they probably are. Like, he was just at that point like, okay. So I get up. Bank opens at 9:30. I was planning on doing a video this morning. That didn't happen. And so I'm like, I'm going to go there. So I grab my keys. I get to the bank. I'm so excited. I literally had my phone out. I wish I would have kept it, but I deleted it because I was so mad. Had my phone out, filming my reaction so I could rub it in Sean's face of, look, I tilted it, took out the papers. They're here, yay. I take out the will, open it up, no passports. Take out our titles, no passports. Take out the last piece of paper, no passports. I even looked deep down and I was like, oh, there's no passports. He was right. Which literally then you, in an instant, feel like a complete ass. Because it's like, he was right. So at this point, I'm like, we're not going. We're not going.
No.
We're not going.
Because we already tore the house apart. We couldn't figure, they're nowhere.
We're not going.
They're lost.
So I post on Facebook. Some of you might have saw it. Hey, does anybody know what to do if you lose passports and yada, yada, yada. And I'm texting people and I get home. I'm like fighting back to the tears because this trip wasn't just like we won. We earned it. Like you have to sponsor so many people and hit sales and do, we did a lot of lives to go to Cancun and stuff. And not only that, but my whole Chalk family is going to be there. Like Jessica and Mandy and all these people are going to be there. And my team worked really hard for us to do volumes and stuff. So I'm just like built this trip up as like, we earned it,
Mm-hmm.
So I go to let the dogs out, and I'm thinking, okay, this entire day, I am going to have to tear apart the house. And I look at the comments, and everyone's like saying, "I pray, we're sending you prayers, we're sending you prayers." Now, I was confirmed in a Lutheran church. Do I believe in prayers? Yes, but I think that sometimes we always just throw prayers out, like prayers, prayers, you know? And so I let the dogs out. I start going upstairs, and I literally go, I thought, well, maybe this is a sign. Maybe we're not supposed to go. Like, maybe because of Cancun, maybe my mom knows we're going to get shot or something. I don't know. I'm in my mind thinking to myself, oh my gosh, you guys were not going to go. So I just said, Mom, if I'm not supposed to, I literally said, Mom, if I'm not supposed to go to Cancun, it is what it is. But if I'm supposed to go, I do not want to waste my entire day looking for something that is not there. I just don't. So give me a sign. And so I go upstairs, I'm racking my brain, and the only thing I know is we always have them in the kitchen. And Jasmine's been cleaning our kitchen. We've had tons of holidays, and my two thought process, it's either going to be in the kitchen or Sean accidentally packed them up with Christmas decorations, which has happened before. Because Christmas packing, we also got into another fight because this guy broke one of my Ray Dunbles. A red Ray Dunble.
Well, canister.
What?
Oh, it was a canister.
It was a can. See, yeah. So that was just a whole other day. So anyways, I'm like, okay. So Sean looked. I'm not placing blame, but I said, Sean, did you look all the drawers? Yep. Looked in all the kitchen drawers. I looked in the cupboards. I did too.
We went over. We both looked at it. You know, when you lose something, you always go back to the same thing and look over again. It's going to magically appear.
I text Jasmine, and I was like, Jasmine, do you remember by chance seeing my passport? She says, no, but I'm getting my child ready. We're going to come over and help look. And I was like, you don't have to come over with your kids. I'm pretty sure they're lost. And I'm thinking to myself, they're lost. They're in a corner or something. So I go through our first drawer, which is the closest to our kitchen door. Nothing's in there. Go through the second drawer, which has straws, a pile of paperwork, and some other stuff off to the side. And I lift up the straws, I lift up the paperwork, nothing, right? You can look through the paperwork, nothing. And then I'm just sitting there, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna have to tear everything apart anyways, so I might as well go through this drawer, right? First drawer that I'm literally saying I'm gonna tear apart. Take out the straws, take out everything, every paperwork. It's got some paperwork. And then I get to a copy of a receipt from Home Goods of someone buying something for Ray Dunn. So some of you might know Shamira. She buys stuff, and she always sends me photocopies of the receipt. So that way, if I need to return something, I have the receipt. I pick up this receipt, and it's heavy. And I was like, why is this heavy? And I pick it up, and the passports and 2 credit cards fall out. And it all comes back to me in an instant. As soon as we got back from the cruise, we did a home equity line of credit, and they sent us credit cards. Nervous Nancy over here, who doesn't like passports or credit cards out, saw the credit cards and said, what do you want me to do with the credit cards? And I said, do not activate those cards, because I do not want you spending our home equity line of credit money, because this guy is like, I want to redo the basement. I want to get a shed. I want to cut down a cherry tree. I want to get brick in the front of the house. I'm like, if I activate those cards, this guy is going to freaking...
We can't.
And so I said,
say yes.
Just put them away. He took the credit cards and must have just said, oh, passports are out. I don't like that. He put them in this receipt, folded it in half, then turned it around to where the binding of the paper was facing out this way and the open was facing the back end, and then put it in between a whole bunch of paperwork. And here we go.
I kind of remember doing that, but
I kind of remember that, but I don't really.
I don't know.
Now you guys know why we got in an epic fight. Sean, do you remember doing this? Oh, yeah, kind of. But I don't know. This is what I had to deal with. So I literally was like, oh my gosh. And then it just hit me. I was like, I'm not... Literally, we spent the entire night looking for this epic fight. And literally, I had people texting me and literally like saying, I'm praying for you. Try doing this. Try doing this. I said a prayer to my mom, like, don't let me lose my whole day looking for this. And literally, as easy as it was, they were just there. And I'm like, I was like,
We looked in that drawer, but we both.
I know we did.
We looked in that drawer.
I swear to God, it was. I made that video for my mom. I said a prayer, and that was her way of thanking me for the video. I really think so.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the only thing that is not keeping him from sleeping in the doghouse. It's the power of prayer and stuff. Because you guys, I tell you what, it was not a good night last night. It was not a good night. Because I said, Sean, he got to the point where it's like, you always do this, Sean. So where do you think you would put him? And he literally was like, I don't want to say anything. And I was like, why? And he goes, anything I say is not going to be right. And he just sat there. If I had my phone, actually I do. I was so mad at him, you guys.
This is my phone, by the way.
I know.
Okay.
I was so mad at him because I've been trying to get these videos done. I had a plan to voice over them all, that I was literally texting other people. And I said, I am so mad. Say goodbye to Sean. And I took that photo. Look at how unhappy he looks. That's the look of, I'm in so much trouble.
You're too far. Too close.
Oh, I'm in so much trouble, Sean. So anyways, I really do think it was, thank God, it all went away. So it's good. We are going to Cancun. Which is great.
I'm going to be the cabana boy all week. What drink can I get for you, sir?
Yes. I will say, I know when Sean is up in trouble because Sean has a cycle. I call it the Sean cycle. I get really mad. Sean admits what he did was wrong. And the very next day, he writes me a note and literally starts cleaning the house, doing random things that I'm not asking him to do. And I get up this morning and there's a note in my computer that's basically, I'm sorry I'm incompetent. I will try harder, and leaves it there. So I was like, oh my gosh. But it was, thank God, because it was one of those things like, I haven't even had time to think about Cancun. I have been so busy. And I've done so much travel, and it's like, maybe we lost it here and just, everything. So it was just one of those things about, if you do that, it might take the voice away. I don't know. Or the sound. I don't know. This whole card's kind of weird. So anyways, and then of course it was, and Sean knows, he knows that, from the first of the year through probably around March, it's just a hard time for me. Like we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. We don't really make a big deal of it. He's very, very nice to kind of check my mood before saying anything about my mom. But, I know, I get so wrapped up in my emotions of my mom that I forget other people miss her too and had a good relationship with her. And so when I did that video for her and give it to Sean, and not only did, he was very emotional, but then he had the idea of showing the pillow and stuff. It was just, it was my reminder that we all need to thank our blessings at the end of the night. And that's kind of how I went to bed last night, was if we don't find these, worst case scenario, we don't go. But we still are alive. We're healthy. We're happy. We have 3 beautiful Goldens. And it reminded me of Sean when, not to go on another tangent, but when we were coming back from our Chocator convention, and I'm bawling, of course, on the plane, and I'm like, these flight attendants probably think I'm like gonna take over the plane or something. And Sean says, oh, we lost our dog. And then they wrote us a beautiful note and gave us chocolate and say, hey, we know what it's like to come back to a pet that's gone, because what that happens to us. And as much as I'm crying, I said, why are you not crying? Like, why are you not upset? Because I'm upset. And he said, but you're not showing it. And he says, I will miss Maya. And then he said, we have 3 dogs at home that probably miss her too. And we have to think of those dogs and be happy that we're going home to those dogs. And it was very, it was one of those moments where I was like, I have got to stop focusing on the negative aspects of life. and death and stuff. And so that's what that whole video was about and stuff. And so I want to think that was a long story to get to our passport. Sorry, I could have just said our passports were gone. I really think it was my mom's way of saying, open your eyes and be thankful for what's around you and focus on the good things in life. Don't focus on the bad things. Don't focus on what people do wrong. Focus on what people do right and focus on what makes you happy. You know, so I think that was my value this week, and that's why I wanted to do a Ken from the car, because so many of you guys say, Ken, when are you going to do a video on making cards again? When are you going to review this? When are you going to do this? You know, and to Sean's point, I let that rule my day. I have my phone always near me, and I want to make everyone happy and every company happy and make everything happen. But there's a certain point where you sacrifice being happy. You sacrifice a lot of stuff. And Sean basically, not just Sean, but Melody, a lot of other people say, you have to do what makes you happy. You have to do what makes you, at the end of the day, proud and happy. And, you know, I don't show you the other side, but I did do those cards. I love those Wizard of Oz cards that I made for visual imagery. However, I spent all day making 3 cards and coloring them and stuff. And Sean can tell you the very next day what happened. For 2 weeks, well, a week after making those cards, I was in immense pain because of my neck and my disc issues, to the point now where my hands are still numb. They're tingling and stuff. They're getting better each day. Not saying like that was anything, but it was one of those things again of, at the end of the day, you just have to be happy for what you have.
Yep.
And stuff.
So true.
What do you have to add? That was a long story.
I'm sorry that, I had to put you through that.
Well, it was, you guys, it literally was the moment of getting in the car of, I don't know if I was more upset that...
It would have probably been slightly different if I said, yes, I looked and it's truly, they are not there, period.
They're not there.
And
everything he said was true. Everything he said, he goes, I moved it, and I'm thinking our box must have been fuller than it was. He was right. Like, if I moved it this way, they would have slid forward and I would have heard the thunk. And when I opened the box, I was like, there's not a lot of stuff in here. He's right. So if he didn't hear the thud, they're not going to be in here. And when they weren't, I don't know if I was more upset that I wasn't going to Cancun or that I had to call Sean and say, you were right.
But I think if I deliberately said, I opened everything, I looked at everything, and they're not there, then it would have been a little different going, well, where the hell are they then?
Yep.
We would have done something different. So.
Yep. So anyways. We're going.
Yes, they do sit. I know somebody was saying, why don't you get a safe deposit button? We do have one.
So
we put them in there that day.
We didn't put them in there because someone put them in paper and then put them in a drawer underneath straws. Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind. So, and I, in my mind, think that they're in there because I specifically remember going there to put stuff in there. Wasn't passports. No. But it is over now. We've learned. Yes. So anyways, hopefully being grateful and stuff like that. Like I said, I can't go into much details, but if you do use our links down below, if you are a Patreon down below, definitely look at that. All of that is working towards a pretty big goal that we're trying to do. So we appreciate anything you guys can do. That would be huge. I can't go into a lot of details, but it is something we've worked a lot on. So I will be doing some videos this weekend. I did get in all of the Fisker's DIY tools, and I want to show them off and do an unboxing. So we might do it tonight. I don't know what time it is.
4:05.
Yeah, since I don't have to pack for Cancun, I usually always have to do all the packing.
I'm packing everything. That's my
get out of jail card. Oh, I'm glad that helped, Corey. So anyways, it was just it was one of those moments of just, you gotta be thankful. You know, and I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but you know, it was truly posting that video for my mom, having that, it wasn't a fight with my brother, but an aha moment with my brother Don, and going through the passport, it reminded me of what we need to be thankful for and laugh. And that's what I always try to do, is I try to make people laugh. I always try to make people day brighter, and that's my goal, is to make people laugh or have fun. I always want to have fun, but that's also at a sacrifice of a lot of other stuff. I sacrifice a lot of time with friends and family, and I mean, I haven't seen my family since Christmas.
Nope, we haven't.
Nope.
I haven't even seen Allie in a while.
I missed I missed a birthday.
We're missing a birthday.
Yeah.
Going to Cancun.
No, we missed a birthday, remember?
Which one?
Dawn.
Oh, that's right.
They called and said, "Why aren't you here?" And we said,
Oh,
"Isn't it next
okay.
weekend?" And they said, "No," and it was because I had so much on my plate. And so anyways, the good thing is hopefully if things work out, it will be a lot easier here soon. A lot. So fingers crossed, and hopefully we have enough come through to do that, and stuff. But it was definitely a good story to hear and stuff like that stuff. And that's the reason why I wanted to make sure I did the Ken from the car this week, because I could have just not done it and just moved on. But number one, I wanted to thank everyone for all of the nice messages. And I tried to like them all and comment. But as much as I'm working through celebrating my mom and all that stuff, hearing her voice and watching that video still is really, it's hard. So every time I go to like or comment one of your guys' comments, it starts playing and stuff like that. But it was so nice of everyone to stop and like it and add it. And this person's probably going to murder us. Oh no. Where's he going?
It's our neighbor, isn't it?
It's so much snow, Sean. Not in a week.
And there's more coming.
Is there?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
More snow coming.
And
it's gonna be cold, like 3 degrees on Wednesday or Thursday.
I'm sorry, Carol. I don't know what to do.
What's
She
Carol
still
say?
can't. I don't know. I've
Carol?
contacted YouTube. She can't see any of our stuff.
Can't see anything. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I
Did
don't
she
know.
see anybody else's?
She says I'm the only one she can't see. I don't know what's up. It's the weirdest thing. So anyways, guys, I want to go ahead and end. Maybe we'll see you tonight. If we don't see you tonight, we definitely will see you sometime this weekend, because I do want to do the unboxing for Fiskars. Don't forget to take advantage of the 40% off stuff at Cricut. And what else did I want to say? Oh, we are almost to 100,000 subscribers. Once we hit 100,000, we'll be doing a huge giveaway, and we're so close. I think we're like 1,500 people away. So share, get people to subscribe, do whatever you need to do, and stuff like that. And
your friends subscribe, and those friends subscribe.
yes. So, and to everyone out there that has gone through a loss,
Christy, oh my, that was detrimental. Her 23-year-old daughter was murdered 2 years ago.
oh my gosh,
Like,
I can't.
I couldn't even.
You know, I don't want to take up more of your time. I keep saying that, but it's so hard. And the one thing my brother's talk brought to my light of my mind is you can't compare a relationship with someone. You can't. People losing their moms, people losing their kids, people losing cousins. I mean, you can't literally put any weight on that, because loss is loss. Doesn't matter if it's a parent, a kid, a dog. A loss is a loss, and it's hard. It's hard. Sean deals with loss a lot better than I do. And it's not that he doesn't miss people. It's not that he doesn't love people. It's just very much so that he's at peace that we live, we die, and then we remember them. Where I go the complete dramatic end, where I've lost, I need to have a whole, after school special. I need to have my own True Hollywood story.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
And stuff. So, I'm so sorry for anyone that's lost. I will be thinking of you guys. Thank you guys all for the good vibes and everything. And for everyone who follows me on Facebook and always comments and sends me messages and comments on our posts about our dogs or whatever it is. It's so sweet.
Happy birthday, Miss Riley.
Today's Riley's birthday.
She's 2 today.
I forgot. Well, I saw the photo, but I wasn't in I want to talk to Sean mode yet. I had a whole day. Jessica, my good friend Jessica Douglas Wilson, said you need to go drive around, get your favorite drink, maybe get your hair cut, because it looks like you've been electrocuted. But it was too long of a line. Did you get my message about the Masked Singer? No, all I'm saying is I'm rocking it.
Yeah, you've gotten everyone right.
I think I have them all pretty much right.
Did you have Terry Bradshaw right?
No, that's the only one I missed was stupid Terry Bradshaw. I don't even know who that is because I don't watch sports.
He was the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback.
But I pretty much got everyone right. I'm still shocked that the Lion and the Rabbit went last week because they are epic. But I knew it was rumor. I knew as soon as she said Haley, Idaho, I was like done because we live right next to Idaho, so it's always basically Bruce Willis owned that town. So like literally. I got the freaking Rabbit right.
Peacock is Donny Osmond.
It's got to be Donny Osmond.
Everything points to him. Everything.
There's even what's the little trumpet Mormon guy that was on his nightstand?
It's the Angel Moroni.
Yeah, they showed a picture of him because he's Mormon. So it's Donny Osmond for sure. The monster is T-Pain. For sure, the monster is T-Pain. Because he keeps saying stuff about teeing things up like, oh, I'm teeing. Everyone's like, maybe he's a golfer. I'm like, no, it's because his name's T-Pain. It's not Neil Patrick Harris.
It's not Neil Patrick Harris.
It cannot be him.
Because it does not sound like him when
he said that I would have been in your parent. Well, I guess that's all relative, but he made it sound like he was a child star in the 60s and 70s, right?
He was.
But that's what people think it could also be. It's not Neil Patrick Harris. Plus, here's the deal. Whoever you think it is, go look on iTunes or YouTube and look at their voice. That's how I knew it was rumor. I knew it. I'm saying the monster is CeeLo. I'm saying it's T-Pain.
No.
So I think that who's left? The monster is T-Pain, Peacock's Donny Osmond, and I think the bee is Gladys Knight. There is no way it could be anyone but Gladys Knight.
The way she sings, and those guys know how well she sings. Even with what's-his-face that was on the show that night, he says, we know that's her. She's the only one that sings like that. Mm-hmm. And she's a great singer.
I don't know what I win if I get them all right, but anyways. It is strangely addictive. That's all I'm just saying. Yeah, Patrick is Neil.
Fair.
It's not Neil.
It's not.
I don't think it is, Kat. If it is, I will send you a virtual kiss.
Here's the thing. People keep thinking because of the rainbow thing that they showed out, that does not, it's not the gay thing. It is.
No, it is. It plays two things. So it's the rainbow from Joseph and the Technicolor Amazing Dreamcoat, because one thing. And in 2008, go read it. In 2008, Donny Osmond said, even though my religion might be shy towards the LGBT community, I'm coming out and honoring and supporting you.
Right.
And he made a big statement about that. That's what I think it is.
And the other thing is that when he brought out the wig, that's the wig he wore.
Oh, yes.
For that play.
Mm-hmm.
Neil has never played that character.
Yeah, so that's what I think.
That's why it's Donny.
Plus, I'm just saying.
You can tell it's Donny.
Play Donny Osmond song compared to a Neil Patrick Harris. Not even close.
They don't even sound the same.
No, it's Pete. Yeah. But anyways, I'm so sad the lion and stuff. But
yeah.
I thought at first the bee was Natalie Cole, but she's dead. So it can't be her. No, it can't be her. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm sorry that this was such a long video. Thank you for going down the road with us. We will see you before we go to Cancun for sure. And to everyone that supports us, thank you so much. We adore all of you.
Thank you. We love you. Thank you for everything.
And